wow, yo, yippee, yay, guys. Pile number 47, and I'm super excited to be with you guys. As today, we're going to talk about, obviously, the love of the community. Then we're going to talk about the ICO 5-year anniversary, and of course, about our crowd sale with the Series A. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Fizel. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. In this special episode, I really want to understand where we come from. And this very often is a question that people don't ask. How do you build trust? Essentially, how do you build a track record? And by doing this for such a great amount of time, there's a very strong chances that you could resurface and do this again and again and again. Right? Now it's been 5 years that we had a crazy dream where many of you guys said, you know what, let's reshape wealth management. Let's enter in this new era where anyone could participate and get fairly rewarded. And for this reason, I really want to thank you. And let's check out this last video, the video we did during ICO, which reminds you a lot of things. It's quite a funny video. Let's check this out.
You can't stop things like Bitcoin. It will be everywhere, and the world will have to readjust. We're only at the beginning of a new era, and things are getting pretty wild, aren't they? Blockchain's limits, ICO hype, overfitting of crypto, pump and dump coins, cyber threats, volatility risks, misinformation, greedy traders, scam, hack, lack of human error. The question is not what to invest in, but how to invest and where to invest safely.
What if together we create a Swiss cyber advisor owned by you? What if a community trusted-based cyber advisor would create a tailor-made investments mandate for you? What if your cyber advisor would offer highly optimized portfolio management with AI, latest payment solutions with IoT, and highly secured exchange? What if your cyber advisor would be based on a meritocratic system where every contributor of the community would be rewarded in tokens?
So hop on the train and join the coalition that will reshape blockchain's financial world forever.
Imagine this was 5 years ago. It's quite crazy to think. And by the way, I have this same sweater that's over 5 years old, and hey, it's still going quite well. It's organic, which is great. I think so. It's very to understand where we come from and to look where we come from. And I really want to thank you guys, because one of the most beautiful things we've been able to do at SwissBorg is to do this. Have a communication that's transparent with our Love You community members that are around the globe, more focused in Europe, but around the globe nevertheless. And I really want to thank you guys. And in general, it's very, very, very important to look at where do we come from. Looking at the past 5 years, you could see that a lot has changed. A lot has been done, which is quite crazy. And maybe 5 years is only half a decade. But as we say in blockchain years, this is more like 35 years, right? How many successful ICOs has been done in the past 5 years are still live? You know, there's been over 10,000 ICOs, IDOs, launch of different tokens. And today there's maybe less than 50 that are live from the 2017 and even from 2020, right? And this is why, because as SwissBorg, we've always been in a strong mission, showing our faces, making sure with the community that we're growing and that we have always this strong trust. You know, where 2021 was an amazing year of growth, where 2022 was a crazy year of blowing up, SwissBorg has always been able to keep your funds safe and keep it simple and get to mass adoption. I think so. This has been something that we've done really extremely well. I'm really proud of. You know, one of my first presentation of SwissBorg in February 2017, March, in Zurich actually. And I started the talk with his faster, better, stronger, or harder, faster, better, stronger, which meant that obviously this is from Daft Punk's, right? And I know, Ibrahim, what you're gonna do now. I will help to sing on that one. I think it meant something, which is that, at SwissBorg, we always wanted to make things simple, to make things that are as well very secure and to get to mass adoption. And for that, technology has always been the one that could get to mass adoption. One that really decomplexify a lot of different things in order to make the user experience better, to make it safer. This is really what we've been doing, and why we have built a lot of our technology with as well the technology of blockchain, right? But not only blockchain itself, it's with a lot of different components of technology, and making sure that obviously we are building for you guys and we're able to build all these beautiful layers, but making sure as well that we could bring the next million and hopefully billion people into wealth management. So what is it from here? The road to Web3. And I think so the launchpad is really something that's going to change forever, I believe, the world of investment. Really democratizing best opportunities of companies that have a great amount of users could finally invest and be really, really well affiliated with the company itself, right? Really be aligned on the values, aligned on the product, and now aligned as well on the profits from the shares and the governance that goes to this. I think so this is why this is a fundamental piece, that obviously we're doing this in the hard times, but imagine what's going to happen in spring and summer when it's going to come back. And talking about comeback, I think so this is something that's very important. You know what we've done the last 5 years. We've been able to really build such an amazing ecosystem thanks to the hard work that we put into making this the most regulated marketplace, making a very well scalable one, making the experience great, building layer 1, 2, 3, 4, and very soon next week we'll have the taste of the number 5. And this has done obviously with a lot of sweat, a lot of heart, and a lot of great vision. And therefore, you're probably comfortable to say that the next 5 years, it's going to be right. Look again at where we come from. Today, is it a great opportunity to grow with SwissBorg, invest, and take it from there? A lot of you people say like, yeah, of course, we're Borgers, Borg to be alive. And, or Unchain My Wealth. Beautiful slogans, by the way, guys. Thank you for that. But you're going to probably say it's very easy. But for a lot of people, unfortunately, they don't have that vision. They don't have those green laser eyes. They don't have that green laser heart. And that's normal, And very often, when you don't have that vision, you don't have that heart, you're not going to try out. You're not going to try out because it's something that is too uncertain, right? Especially the world of technology, the world of crypto, the world of wealth, the world of finance. These are topics where people very often don't feel comfortable. If you tell someone like make a bet between France or let's say Poland, make a bet, 200 euros, it might be the bet because they understand that even the probability could be high or low, but based maybe on luck or not luck. But it's something they understand, and it's something for them that is easy to. Investing, though, is something is very similar, but to some extent seems much more complicated. Especially getting into a shareholder, signing eventually papers, depositing. This seems always a bit complex, and people get a bit lazy for it. So what I would always tell people, very important, is 20 years ago, there was the dot-com bubble. From the dot-com bubble of Web 1, there was few different players that have changed the game forever. The Googles, right? The different other players, right? And then from Web 2, we saw the Facebooks, the Ubers, and all of these different other guys that have changed the game forever. And the Web 3, it has the same thing. And now today, people had this opportunity to finally participate before venture capitalists, before private equity, before investment banks, at because we believe at the end that this is the paramount, one of the most important thing, value users, your community members, investors. And this trend is just gonna grow. So I strongly believe that's the case. And for that, you know, what we need today is essentially something very similar to the magic that happened 5 years ago. A lot of magic came in actually on December 31st, for those who remember it, and then the next 7 days just were crazy. And this network of us really trying to manage all the people trying to get into the bar, and we're like, okay, guys, wait, and try to manage making sure operations were up and all that. Because back then, SwissBorg, we were like 12 or 15 people only, right? So it was really a small shop, not like today, 200. But that little magic sometimes definitely could come from some of you. And I think so a lot of this magic will even actually come mostly from you. And it's always that little extra that will make something extraordinary. And that little extra, that little push, always something that is very, very, very difficult. Right? It's the same reason why every morning I take a cold shower. It's not a very different thing to do, just to, instead of switching your knob on the left side, you go on the right side, right? Or switching the left thumb, the right thumb, the blue or the red. That little extra thing that makes me every day shiver through the shower makes me personally a healthier, stronger, happier person, right? And I would like to ask you, what is your extra thing that you can able to do to bring more trust to the community? That's a question that I'm asking myself every day. I'm saying, okay, Cyrus, well, can we talk to these people? Can we do this article? Could we talk to these people? Make more meetings? Can we do events everywhere in Europe? What is that special extra sauce that will give you the taste of a big smile, or the that I'll maybe try out later, that one? And I swear that little extra is really small. 5 years ago, my brother did something amazing. He did that little extra thing, not only from one social media post, but going and doing a lot of different events across Japan, making meetings all the time, and really making sure that talking to the right people that will then have this network. And one of his posts, though, which was, I think so, something that I just remembered today, I'm like, what did Alex do as a little extra? He did this. I'll read it out to you. Facebook. I'm close to 38 years old, and yesterday was one of the biggest chapters of my life. My brother and I grew up very closely together with a single mother on a 7-day work for close to a decade. We were very close, for sure. We were living in the same room until I was 20 years old, for the good and the bad reasons. Forever grateful for all the love you have given us. Throughout our lives, we had many ups and downs, with darker times and brighter times, but always struggled to find a way to support our beloved ones and make them proud. Just yesterday, my brother, now CEO of SwissBorg, a company that's trying to change the monopolistic banking world that exclusively benefits the wealthy, has launched an ICO, and the community, including many institutionals, Wall Street bankers, believe in the future ecosystem. Finally, the world, as in anyone, will have access to a transparent, democratic, and more importantly, fair wealth management platform with a high-quality risk-return portfolios. What matters even more is that each member will be fairly rewarded based on their contribution, and everyone will have a voice that truly matters for our growth. Disruptive is a very big word and often overused, but when we as a community grow enough, we will truly have the ability to create a new era of wealth management and a fair distribution. Please join our forward-thinking community, SwissBorg.com. Showing a beautiful picture of myself and him. And then 5 years ago, I think so, we were at the Hong Kong FinTech Week, obviously with our proud t-shirts and suits on, talking to everyone just before. And And I'm not saying everyone should have the similar. Everyone has a special power. Like when I see you guys on Twitter, and then I do connect for you guys in real life or on LinkedIn, I see this beautiful rainbow, multifacets, multicolors. When I see Ibrahim doing the music, when I see Roman doing the beautiful green laser eyes, and when I'm seeing Jazz and everyone a part of the community, there's Alex, so many other people that I miss here. Just to make clear, we all have to for a very different way of doing things. And that diverse way of forming this strong community is what's the most unique about SwissBorg. And this is something really people will never know the value that's behind, right? SwissBorg. The value that's behind is not only its tech, not only its vision, the community that is here for one great reason, which is to democratize wealth management by making it fun, fair, and community-centric. And I think so this has a lot to do, and there's so much more to be done in the next 5 years. And for that reason, I am super bullish. But what I'd like you to ask is, what is that little extra make this community raise not something ordinary, but extra? As you guys know, we're going to have an event tomorrow in Lausanne. If you haven't have your tickets, please let us know. We're going to have really a cool one. We're going to talk about a lot about the different layers, about obviously the Series A, and a lot of cool stuff within that. We will have the different layers starting next week, Tuesday. I'll be in Paris, then Brussels for the layer 2. Right after, on December 15th, we'll be in Lisbon. But at the same time, we'll have the layer 3 in Tallinn. Is going to be very excited. We're going to have on the 19th, London, I'll be there. And on the 20th, Zurich, Lyon at the same time. And finally, we will close the layer 6 and 7 in Geneva and in Dubai on the 21st and on the 22nd. We are expecting a lot of great people from the community, other talented people around the blockchain Web3 industry that will be coming. It'll be a great time to celebrate essentially Christmas, talk about the layers, and obviously about our public round. Guys, what can I say? Tomorrow it's a 5-year anniversary. Next week, you're about to do the public raise. I cannot, if I knew 5 years ago that we would be at this stage today. We've been now so good at building the community, so good offering simple, safe, and secure app that now today has 700,000 users, that has more and more premium tiers and more premium users that have been really, really, really growing, even in a very difficult year such as today. We have a crazy amount of tsunami and waves that slapped our faces on the right and left, and we're still standing and still smiling. This is something that I think so shown how we're different. But as always, guys, be wealthy, be healthy, and love our CHSB. Take care, guys. Bye.
Through SwissBorg, all assets will have a fiat gateway. And here's the thing.
Premium features gives you zero fee trading.
It's an amazing fiat gateway.
It's not easy to succeed in the chaotic world of crypto. You need to carefully select what you invest in and rebalance your portfolio when necessary. Buy low, sell high, and reallocate your tokens. No one will help you do this like SwissBorg Thematics. You buy, we work. Invest in what you believe in with expert-designed thematic bundles. SwissBorg, the future is bright.